Hello everyone, Cedric and CJ here, CR Wrestling Commentary, New Japan Pro Wrestling, G1 Climax 31, Day 19 Finals. And there were matches, didn't really care to watch them. Kind of, the main event makes a lot of stuff lackluster. But during these matches, a lot of beef is starting, a lot of little rivals are getting underway, and that's good. Mm-hmm. Keep it alive, keep it fresh as you can. Hey, look, they doing this real life. Mine is gaming. I think they're equally hard. Except real life, you got dictatorship over who wins, who loses, and sometimes, most of the times, how. So I'm just saying, I think it's easy to do it in real life. You just gotta hope they go out there and perform. I'm just saying. But what we got to is they was marking out and stuff. I mean, and I understand, but they just asked some of the dumbest questions. What's going on? What's happening? Are you looking at the screen? You are there and you got monitors. If you don't know who's walking out, if somebody's walking to the ring, do you know who that person is?
I get that. I understand, but you shouldn't be hearing Shibata's music.
I get that, but I'm not going to sit and be like, what's going on? What's happening? No, I'm going to be like, Shibata's coming out. This is awesome. What's he coming out for? I'd like to know. I came in from to get to the ring so we can find out. I would be asking all them other stupid questions.
But fundamentally, as a person, you don't ask those questions.
Yes, I do.
Not in situations like this. That's not what you do.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have done that. I don't say, what's going on?
Yeah, you don't ask those questions. Those are the questions I'm talking about. The questions that you're bagging on them for asking, that's not what you do. But colloquially, other people do that in the situation. Shibata shouldn't be coming to the ring. He's in LA. He's fucked up. He's not cleared. So you hearing Shibata's music. What's going on? That's a common thing that people ask. It's just not common for you.
There's an action going on. I see the action. I figure that's the action that's going on. And I know that they're asking, in general, what's going on with the whole situation, yada yada, what's coming of this. Yeah, but you're asking who? The other person that don't know? That's why it's a stupid question. That's why I wouldn't. Tell me what's happening. What's going on? I'm in the dark with you, dumbass. That's really all you got. So it took a little bit. Referee, ring announcer, all this other stuff. So it's a 5-minute exhibition UWF rules match. And that could be anything. And Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shibata Katsuyori.
And it was great.
5 minutes. And it was a worked amateur style pro wrestling match. Because they're doing stuff in this that in amateur you wouldn't get away with. That's why I say amateur style pro wrestling match. You wouldn't get some of this stuff on, but Shibata just moves so smooth and fluid in the ring. Mm-hmm. Zack is equally the same way.
It was a Zack match, and he loved it. Up and down, yes. In and out, the top to bottom, front and back.
I thought it was good. I thought it was worthwhile. And Shibata at the end, time limit. Mm-hmm. But at the end, Shibata's like, this ring, I love it. And I'm going to come back. Next time you see me, I will be in this ring competing. And threw the mic down and rolled out and was like, wait a minute, that's right. So he rolled back in, took that flat back bump, a stiff one, and popped up. No, he nipped up. Mm-hmm. And he's doing it to piss off the office. Shibata got a habit of doing that.
Yeah, he likes pissing off the powers that be.
He does little things that just set them on fire, just tick them all the way off.
Like, cause this is very minuscule, but like when we first started watching back in 2017, he was the only dude walking around with chest hair.
Yes.
I was like, everybody else is smooth as shit. Now others since then have acquired the chest hair and the leg hair and the thigh hair. He was the one that was doing it first.
Exactly. So when he got in there, when he came out and attacked Kenta last year or year before, he was one of them. You know,
yeah, it was 2019.
It was a thing. It was a work. They went out in a working way. It was a jumping that failed, but you know, that happened and no repercussions. And then he comes back out, flat back bump. He's like, I'm going to do this. He misses the competition. He misses it. And I'll be honest with you. If Shibata came back with his young lions and it's like, look, LA Dojo, we're going to run roughshod over this, it would be awesome. You know, they aren't treated like beginners. They're treated like, you know, anyone else that's so far come back from excursion. You know, give that chance to just be equal with the other top talent because everyone else is fading out. They're aging out according to New Japan. And the ones that should have been pushed and whatnot, now they're just getting some recognition by the office. So, you know.
I can't help but to say or ponder, ask a question that will never have an answer. But when Shibata got hurt, he was on his way to getting that belt from Okada.
Yep.
Everything, all the stars had aligned, and the office and Ghetto had decided. You could tell. I'm just curious. I can't help but to wonder what the landscape would look like had he not got hurt.
Shibata's in better shape now than he was back then.
Yeah, because he was wrestling all the time then, and that deteriorates your shape.
Yeah,
for lack of a better phrase.
When I say shape, I'm talking about endurance, power, and whatnot, not physical appearance.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, cool. Same page.
You know, because if you're training, you're all spry, you're well, you're healed, you're hydrated. When you're wrestling every night, it takes a toll.
Serious toll. So, you know, I thought this was good. It was nice to see him back in the ring. Nice to see. I mean, you could tell he's fresh. Mm-hmm. And he's got to look good in front of his LA dojo, you know, so.
Yeah, represent.
Yeah, represent it, man. So, I'm glad this happened. Hey, I just want to say this. Zemo times 2, I agree with you. Yeah, Tongaloa beating Zack Sabre Jr. And then that screwed Zack over in points. Yes, I would so much rather see Zack Sabre in the finals than Ibushi Kota. I really, really would. And at the same time, I am very happy that Tongaloa got a win over Zack in general in the G1, other than the give me 2 points because of the injury.
And other than Yujiro.
Yep. I mean,
which is almost a gimme.
It's Yujiro. Yeah. It's gimme with, you know, a little bit of work. So I would rather have seen Zack in the finals, but I'm torn, you know. But hey, you know what? Sacrifice Loa, get Zack to the finals, or Loa could have beat, you know, Ibushi and Zack not lost. It could have been that. But, you know, office don't know how to do things. And sometimes the wrestlers got to be like, wouldn't it be better if we did this instead of that? You know, but we don't.
Unless Kota has got, you know, supposedly he got that contract for life, he might be a very stone cold negotiator.
Or please don't go to AEW and embarrass us.
That too.
That's what it could have been like. Because ever since then, you know, AEW, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks just been trying to insult Ibushi. That's all they've been trying to do. In any case, we got hopefully some other stuff that we could talk about. So let's roll. Next match, main event. Okada Kazuchika versus Ibushi Kota. The G1 Climax dual block finals. And honestly, didn't care about this match at all. Not one damn bit. I'm like, well, you know, I know one of these guys is gonna win, Okada. That's all. That's what was in my head yesterday. I know one of them is gonna win, Okada, and just because he has to. But it could be a curveball. I would assume Ibushi would win and then lose to Okada somewhere like in November, and then something like, I don't know, but the match was going regular schedule. Mm-hmm. It was doing their thing as they always do.
Kodo was getting his ass kicked for most of the first part.
Yeah, Okada threw him in the ring because he was for the fourth time would not answer to get in for the 20 count. That should have happened. Should have been counted out 3 times before. But hey, Sonata, he should have pinned a guy before. Sonata should have been pinned before. It's New Japan got to work on continuity. But in this, Ibushi went for the Phoenix Splash
after finally getting the offense,
and he hit.
He missed Okada and hit the canvas.
I thought he messed up his head, but
because he splattered his body against the darn mat. It was actually funny.
He basically Buzz Sawyer himself. Buzz Sawyer and Halloween Havoc, he dove off, and I got that on tape. And he hit and rolled his hand up under his forearm, dislocating and practically snapping his wrist. And in this case, it was roughly the same thing. And Ibushi, his wrist broken, and it looked bad. And the match was referee stopped, so Okada wins. And Okada was when he hit, Okada was sitting back there like, yeah, going according to plan. I'll just sit here and watch Seinfeld. That's how he was looking. And then when the bell rang, the look on Okada's face then turned into, how you gonna mess up my match?
To me, Okada looked confused.
Okada just looked like a dick.
Does not have a very expression in the face at all. We've already said how he doesn't seem to show very much personality in the ring. And that's made up for by being tall and blind, I guess. But as far as his face, he does not express very much with his face. So the expression was kind of blank, but his eyes were shifting around like, what's going on?
Okada was like, this is my face if I actually try to care. I'm just not an Okada fan. I'm just not. But, look, everybody rushed the ring. And then after everybody been checking on Ibushi, Okada get up and start trying to direct traffic like he doing something, like he actually give a damn. Look, this is the dude, when he was supposedly to wrestle Tatsumi Fujinami's last match, he was like, I don't know who he is. I never heard of him, yada, yada. I'm like, you dick. I'm like, I hope this is a work. That's what I was thinking then. And now I was like, I think Ibushi, I was hoping it was a work, but it's seeming like it's not.
Nah, the way that wrist looked.
He had a big knot where there shouldn't have been.
And the muscles are all twisted as they went down the length of the bone. It didn't look. Nothing was set anatomically the way it's supposed to look.
And I was in the bathroom listening, and Cedra was kind of telling me what was going on. She told me that the young lions had gathered around Ibushi, and then the trainers did something, and Ibushi just started kicking his legs. And then when they cleared the way, he was wiping his eyes and whatnot. But see, here's the thing. I know sometimes they can work wrestling so well that it all looks good. I'm not. Ibushi better not show up somewhere wrestling in 2 months. An injury like this, he need to be gone for about 4 or 5 months. We should be seeing him, spring, about the end of spring, beginning summer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's what better happen. Because other than that, I'm like, you destroy your G1, and you look like a little weak bitch if you're gonna fake it like this. Because I remember Booker T's coxy. I remember, people saying that they're so injured and then showing up in AEW and whatnot. So it's like I don't care to try to believe, and I don't care to disbelieve. I'm more like, it is what it is. But when you got a massive fan base that loves you, and then you fake the funk, you screwed yourself. You better come back with black hair and being a heel.
I don't think Ibushi is faking.
He better not show up in AEW. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Because that's going to piss a whole lot of people off. It'll make a lot happy, for AEW. But when it comes to these New Japan audiences, they're going to get results, Cedra. They will get results. They will get satisfaction. Don't let this be some kind of work. In general, though, for all wrestlers, well, not every single one of them, but I hope he's all right. If it's a legit thing and it looks legit, I hope he's all right, and I hope he makes a good recovery. Not a speedy one, a perfect one.
His legs weren't working right.
No, they won't. And that was a sign for me. I've dislocated my shoulder. Well, I didn't do it, but it was dislocated.
Nah, you grabbed and said, "Pop! I'm done with this shit."
Yep. I just had to try this. Yep, it hurt. I didn't think it hurt if I did it. So, I hope that whatever's wrong is not severe and definitely not career ending. Because some wrestlers have broken their wrist or their arm in certain areas, and that's it. No more career. They don't retire and come back in 2 or 3 months, to work for another promotion, Rush.
Uh-huh.
They don't do that. Some, they just stay awesome and stay where they are, like Britt Baker. So, this is the end. Okada wins the G1 Climax 31. He maxed the max.
Yeah, he maxed the max.
The only time you're going to hear me say that dumb shit. Yeah, this is a short review. Didn't end the way we all would like it, with somebody else in the finals other than these two. But it is what it is, It would have been better to see Zack and Takagi. Zack beat Takagi and then go on to Wrestle Kingdom, and then you just don't know what's gonna happen. That would have been better.
Yeah.
This just lets you know that management doesn't even want Takagi to keep the belt after Wrestle Kingdom. That's all that's saying. I wish there was more, but there isn't, everyone. We went over everything. So,
yeah, I was trying to see if there's anywhere where they tell exactly what the injury is.
Yeah, that's one reason why I kept rambling on, see if you could find something.
But I'm not finding anything.
And this happened, about 12 hours ago, roughly. Well, about 15 maybe. So I'm trying to hold back that cough the whole time. So can you find anything at all?
I'm looking.
She's looking on her phone, y'all. I really don't think it's important to do that. I mean, it'll be all over Twitter and all this other stuff. And I'm not exactly here on I can just chill time. I might have to pop and run off.
All right.
So
it just said this appeared to be a legitimate injury rather than a planned angle. Okay.
What I said. And you're like, it's real. And I'm like, I'm leaning on that side because if he was doing everything right, and that's a severe thing, and he's gonna be mad later. I'm gonna tell you this. Right now, wherever Ibushi is, he's either asleep or destroying a room.
With one hand and a strained gait.
Oh no, his walk is normal now. After about an hour, you good.
Oh, okay.
It's just initially. He all right, he might have a subtle limp, but he'll be mostly all right.
Okay, that's it. I couldn't find him.
So all right. So just to get up out of here, just been Cedric Cathedral for CR Wrestling commentary. New Japan G1 Climax 31.
We did it, y'all.
Day 19, A, B block combined finals. Whoo! We did it! We did it!
We did it.
We done did it. So, mask up, glove up, wash up, be safe. Protect yourself and everyone around you. Let's beat this thing. We can do this. Just got to do things right. But I want to thank you for your time, patience, energy. You could listen to anyone, but you listen to us. Thank you very much. If you missed any of the G1s for this year, there's a playlist. And we didn't get day 12 because it wasn't uploaded. And I was not about to search around for it because I would have got pissed and thrown the laptop somewhere.
I did search for it and I couldn't find it.
Ah! See? She didn't even tell me that until now.
I searched for it that day, remember?
Yeah, but you ain't tell me until now, though. What? So look.
Good night, everybody.
See you next time.